What's up tout le monde, bienvenue au Watch Party du Xbox Developer Direct 2024. On est en direct sur Twitch en ce moment. Sur ma chaîne Twitch, dis-je, au www.twitch.tv/spoken SP0Cohen. Le lien ainsi que peut-être d'autres liens sont dans la description. Quoique cette temps-ci, je mets plus juste le lien Twitch. Donc, on va regarder ensemble le Developer Direct de Xbox. On va réagir. Je suis en live sur Twitch, comme je disais, donc ça se peut que je parle un peu au monde dans le chat. J'ai pas regardé c'est quoi qu'il allait avoir, j'ai pas regardé qu'est-ce qui s'est passé, fait que ça part live. Regarde maman, je suis sur YouTube. Bon, tu vois, il y a déjà quelqu'un qui s'excite dans le chat là. D'habitude, je monte un petit peu le son des conférences qu'on regarde. Je vais monter un peu le son, guys. Vous me direz si c'est trop pas assez. On va l'essayer comme ça. Je devrais être un petit peu plus fort. For Uni Games. On va-tu voir juste 4 jeux? Peut-être que ça va être un deep dive. Oh shit! Monsieur est en forme. Todd. Welcome to the Xbox Developer Direct. Ouh, Obsidian, Ninja Theory, Machine Games et Oxide. Ninja Theory, on va en voir plus sur... On commence avec Obsidian. On va en voir plus sur Hellblade, Senua's Saga. Ça, c'est Senua's Saga, je pense, le prochain, si je ne me trompe pas.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands.
Ils vont y repasser quand il va avoir 25, puis ils vont trouver que c'est eux qui étaient cons. Que tu voulais t'instruire.
And discover a secret at the heart of the living lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other.
J'ai pas pu look into Avowed, honnêtement. Là, je connais le nom, là. Mais j'ai pas regardé beaucoup what's up with that.
One of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo.
Ça fait très Skyrim, hein, le combat,
Obsidian,
the Elder Scrolls.
Our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks. If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize, or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters you will face, we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play however you want. Equip a sword
Whenever
and shield
you want.
and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging
shit.
mage. You
That's
could use
cool.
your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them. We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences, like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the Living Lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers, and as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me.
Une peau en écaille de poisson, on dirait.
Ruiki, trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last
Il est
night,
pas beau, lui,
and
hein?
as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe
Ça va
that
être
he
rough
fled the
après
side of
avoir
the
joué à
battle
Baldur's Gate
as an
3,
act
ils
of
sont mieux d'être bons en
cowardice,
style de
then
dialogue.
he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull,
Il y a de quoi
or
que j'aime
verdant
pas
spaces
d'un
with sickly
graphique.
ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our
On
players.
dirait que c'est comme réalisme,
The Living
mais
Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely
cartoon
varied
en même temps,
biomes,
puis j'aime
from
pas trop
luxuriant
le
forests
mix.
to volcanic wastes. And each of those regions itself is a conflux of
Ouais,
storied
c'est
landscapes.
quelque chose qui clique pas, on dirait.
All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As
Okay,
you're
là, t'es
wandering the
sarcastique, là,
wastes of
Wizard, là.
Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from
Ça, ça a l'air beau.
destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of
Ça me fait
sand
penser quand même à
and
Horizon
marching
un peu,
in
hein.
towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for
C'est
adventure,
peut-être de loin que ça a
and
l'air
even a
beau,
little
mais de
danger.
proche, c'est weird. Les ennemis sont pas très beaux non plus, là.
We hope you've
Là,
enjoyed
tu sais, je
this
dis
look
ça,
at
puis je sais que c'est en,
Avowed. We're
c'est
thrilled
en
to share
dans
more
le
about the
développement,
game
là.
in the coming months,
Mais-
and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Ok, automne. T'as quand même le temps de. C'est sûr qu'en ce moment, les animations, tout c'est rough un peu, là. C'est sûr que c'est une conférence de développement et non de voici notre jeu qui sort dans 2 semaines, là. Mais ça m'a pas vraiment convaincu. We'll see, we'll see. Automne 2024? Ouais, je sais pas, moi, Wizard, ça pique pas tant ma curiosité. Comme je comprends, tu sais que c'est en développement, là, fait que on va voir quand ça va sortir, mais même là, on dirait que juste le setting puis tout. I don't know. Ça par contre, c'est pas mal le bout qui m'intéresse le plus. Ninja Theory pour le prochain Hellblade. Si vous n'avez pas joué à Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in
Vous
Cambridge,
mangez quelque
UK.
chose.
We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
J'aime ça les jeux courts. En haut de 20 heures, laisse faire là. Dirige en jouant à Baldur's Gate 3. Et qu'un de mes jeux préférés, c'est Persona 5.
She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way. Some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Ooh.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
Oh God.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces, and then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works. That's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because
la pièce qui est dedans a l'air malade pour
you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
What will they do to her? What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua.
All right, merci, Wizard.
We are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing.
À tout à l'heure.
So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey, a journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Oh! C'est nouveau la date, je pense. Je pense pas qu'on avait la date. All right. Fucking stoked. Oh. Waiting in the lobby. Ben oui, j'étais encore là, Salty. Oh my god, Square Enix. Hello. Hey, Chumboss. What's up, what's up? On est live en train de regarder le Xbox Developer Direct.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix.
Ah, comment il s'appelle le nouveau Mana?
Visions of Mana の情報
Rappelle plus.
を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに
Visions of
いち早く
Mana.
お伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年ファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに
Ça va super bien, Chumboss. Merci. Ça va bien, toi?
心に響く楽曲の数々武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され長らく愛されてきました。
Ah ouais, il y avait tant de mana de jeu.
歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるためこれまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。 フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
Le dash dans les airs avait l'air vraiment nice.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Grabs. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。
Ok, il parle qu'ils dépixelisé le mettre en 3D, c'est pas nouveau là que c'est en 3D.
を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
ピックルも
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
ピックルは
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう、今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
Alors moi, je regarde ça, puis ça a l'air correct là.
アクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。
Les trucs dans les airs, c'est cool. Par exemple, tu peux dasher dans les airs, faire tes spells, puis tout.
聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によってはさまざまな特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックリにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ 発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作「聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナ」は今後もさまざまな情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
All right. Thank you, sir. Été 2024. Yes, Oxide et Machine Game. Oxide it is. Ben, je peux me recentrer là. À moins qu'Oxide, c'est genre en Suède puis il parle tout le temps suédois là.
And welcome to Oxide Games. We
Ça a l'air
founded the
américain.
studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love.
C'est eux qui ont fait Civ 5.
Our History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
J'attends Civ 7
And
là.
finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their
Mais si ce jeu est bien
decisions, they would
reçu,
need to see their
I might
choices
check it out.
reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally
Les tiles
generated
sont
alternate
différentes là,
Earth,
quand
bursting
même.
with life. An intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes.
C'est vrai, ça a l'air
Players to
vraiment
feel like they're
très
truly
évolutif.
occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the
Jeanne
player's
d'Arc.
score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might. Scientific advancement? The choice is theirs.
What?
In Ara, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph just changes the challenge that exists in Ara compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Ara at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities' and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Ara encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Ara just feel more real.
J'aime beaucoup le système de tile, honnêtement.
Once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
Ça, c'est comme juste les dynamic turns de
Civ 6. Sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Ara, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our
Après
leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Ara has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really
Je pensais qu'il allait dire qu'il allait sortir un board game en même temps.
priceless perspective from the people we're
Yo, j'aime ça son petit hamac en dessous de son bureau. Je peux-tu faire ça,
Building the game
moi?
alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
"Cougars, cougars,
cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons away from me." I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of Ara is only
C'est
the
vieux, ça, les
beginning.
hamacs
We're
de
going to
bureau.
maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to
Ben,
players
je sais
and support
pas,
the game
genre-
into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games,
Sans standing desk, comment ça marche? Parce que ton cul touche à terre, I guess? Je sais pas.
create your own history.
Mais si je lève mon bureau, fine, je peux le mettre puis c'est chill. Mais si je lève mon bureau de même, je suis comme j'ai le cul à terre presque, là, tu sais. Son bureau, il était élevé à elle, là. Je dis pas que c'est nouveau, les standing desks de l'année passée, là, mais tu sais. Ok, automne 2024. Intéressant pour vrai. C'est peut-être un hamac de pied. Ouais, mais elle était vraiment couchée dedans, là. Je sais pas si tu l'as vu, là. Il y avait un hamac de gauche à droite sur son bureau, puis elle était couchée en dessous de son bureau dans le hamac, là. Mais oui, un hamac de pied, ça, j'ai déjà vu ça, là. Moi, j'aime mieux, en ce moment, j'ai un...
Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always
J'ai un nouveau
represented the
footrest.
ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises
Payé
in pop
70$ ce
culture.
footrest-là. Il est très
In this
confortable, il est en
game,
mousse mémoire,
you
tout le
aren't
kit.
just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his
Indiana
eyes
Jones.
and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud
C'est tellement weird
legacy
sur Machine Games
of
que tu fasses ce
Indiana
jeu-là,
Jones.
là.
When
Vas-tu voir les
Todd
images?
Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana
je sais
Jones
pas.
game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story.
C'est eux qui ont fait les jeux là, avec les nazis, là, comment ça s'appelle? Wolfenstein.
And as the years went on, I thought,
who would be like
the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Let's go.
Let me tell you
Third person, first person, c'est la question là. Leurs jeux sont tous en first person, ce studio-là.
While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you.
Il y a des N, hein?
You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Oh, first person. Yep.
History. Just different ways to interpret the
J'étais
past.
comme, ils ont pris un studio qui fait juste du first person, mais ça me semble logique que ce soit third person, mais ils ont pris un studio qui fait juste du first person. Fait j'étais comme, comment que ça va être quoi le résultat final là?
Scattered and buried.
Huh. Intéressant.
Just waiting to be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
Ah, you're Willem Scream!
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle. I've had run-ins with these guys before.
Tu n'as pas le droit de dire le mot NAI sur YouTube. Donc je ne sais pas si tu peux le dire sur Twitch. Donc comme je disais, puisqu'ils ont fait un jeu avec, ça reste dans la thématique. Quoi? NAI? Mirror's Edge.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
You have any idea how old that was?
Il y a des bouts que les graphiques étaient vraiment beaux, puis des bouts que j'étais comme ah, ça a l'air. Pas juste les graphiques, mais genre le feel du jeu, je sais pas. On sait. Encore une fois, c'est en développement, ça. C'est un first look là.
Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant
J'ai jamais écouté un Indiana Jones,
guys.
guys.
Charismatic everyman. He's passionate and determined.
Wizard, tu vas encore dire que j'ai pas vu un classique là, mais.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels.
That's nice.
For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip.
We just never done a third-person game, that's all.
Or seeing your knuckles go
moi,
bloody
ouais.
in a fist fight. All of these moments are much more intense in first person.
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat and the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view.
Oh.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
Nice plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Libyan Vatican. Stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using
J'aime ça qu'on voit ses mains un peu en first person.
or using the tools at your disposal.
Des bouts, ça fait penser un peu à Dishonored, puis Dishonored, tu vois vraiment juste la caméra, puis on dirait que ça... Je sais pas.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore.
Moins immersif.
Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fight. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Je suis pas sûr de pourquoi qu'il y a genre la boucane qui sort comme s'il faisait moins 30 dehors.
But in every indie adventure, there are
C'est du sable, y a-tu du sable dans la gueule,
where he
qui
finds
parle?
himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip. And hopefully a little bit more.
Un petit claquement dans la face, là.
In our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to
Headshot.
Indiana Jones.
Headshot.
Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Oh.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
Ouais, cette année aussi. Okay, je pense que c'est ça le principe du développeur direct, c'est des jeux qui sortent cette année. Ça va être ma première expérience de Indiana Jones en jeu avant le film. Oh, juste 2024. Ça va être pushback, guys. Ça va être pushback. Here. We have it, folks. Leave. Oh, outro sizzle reel. Hey, c'est vraiment intéressant pour ouvrir le Ara, là. Beaucoup de mécaniques qui ressemblaient à Civ, mais d'autres twists intéressantes.
Should I take one?
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech.
Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule
Cougars.
how you want to rule. Stay happy!
Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build.
Avowed puis Visions of Mana, j'étais bof. Indiana Jones a l'air correct.
My name is Masaru Oyamada.
Hellblade 2 puis Ara, c'était cool.
聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
Si on le prend dans le sens que c'est tout ce que Xbox va sortir cette année, je sais pas, tu sais. Hellblade, on sait que ça risque d'être bon. Indiana Jones puis Avowed, not sure. Ara puis Visions of Mana, c'est juste un peu trop. Ouais, c'était-tu live ça? Online. Huh. Global Reveal. C'est un jeu qui existe ça? Whatever. Ouais, ok, c'est intéressant. Comme je disais, Hellblade 2, Puis Ara, très intéressé. Hellblade 2, c'est sûr, j'y joue. J'ai beaucoup aimé le premier. Ara, on va voir, I guess, la réception de la chose. Peut-être l'en mettre au début pour avoir un meilleur background que ça. Je peux savoir un... Ouais, Ara, ça va être intéressant. Si c'est bien reçu quand même, ça pourrait être un bon petit jeu en attendant Civilization 7. Ou qui remplace littéralement Civilization si c'est vraiment bon, tu sais. Mais pour ceux qui ne savent pas, je suis un gros... je suis un vétéran de Civilization 6. C'est un de mes jeux préférés ever. Le 5 aussi, j'ai beaucoup aimé. Le 5 aussi est dans mon top 30. Là. Donc, Ara m'intéresse quand même. Ça pourrait détrôner Civilization. Sinon, Indiana Jones, ça va l'air chill quand même. On va voir. Ça va l'air chill, sans plus. Avowed, il y avait des idées intéressantes, mais en général, ça n'a pas tant piqué ma curiosité. Puis Visions of Mana, honnêtement, à part les dashs dans les airs puis les spells dans les airs, ça n'avait pas l'air tant intéressant pour moi, en tout cas, personnellement. Le 2, c'est le best. Ben, ça, moi, Civilization, j'ai joué juste au 5 puis au 6, mais je sais que les vieux sont très bien vus aussi, là. Mais moi, je suis embarqué un peu tard là-dedans. Bref, donc, c'est tout pour le Developer Direct de Xbox 2024. Si vous êtes sur YouTube en ce moment, merci d'avoir écouté la vidéo et mes réactions, qui fut un peu moindre aujourd'hui parce que c'était beaucoup d'écouter ce que les développeurs avaient à dire. Pas de gros moments wow, c'était des deep dives, là, fait qu'il n'y avait pas des grosses surprises. Mais merci d'avoir écouté quand même. Vous pouvez me retrouver sur Twitch au twitch.tv/spoken sp0kn. Et à cet endroit-là, vous pouvez trouver d'autres liens si ça vous intéresse, là, le Discord, l'Instagram, tout ce qui vient autour. Mais c'est pas mal, Twitch, c'est pas mal mon hub principal pour les choses que je fais. On a le 25 janvier, donc ça s'en vient. On a le Gala des Spawns, qui est un gala de remise de prix que je fais sur mon channel pour les jeux que moi, j'ai personnellement joué en 2023. Donc, pas seulement des jeux qui sont sortis en 2023, mais des prix pour les 67 jeux que j'ai joués en 2023. Ça s'en vient le 25 janvier. Donc, suivez-moi sur Twitch. Subscribez sur YouTube. Si ça vous intéresse, je mets les VOD sur YouTube de tous les streams. Un peu de musique aussi. Ça fait un petit bout, j'en ai pas mis. Là. Mais voilà. Et on se revoit à le prochain Watch Party Live Reaction. Ciao, ciao.